Yeah, you guys are crazy for that. Oh, yeah, JT, you're muted in the stream somehow.
All right. Can you hear me now, stream?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
God damn. All right. So, got a new mic since you guys were all complaining. I forgot to set it up though. All right. Let's get into some... Oh man. Okay, I got to redo all that. Fuck. All right. We got Devin back. We got a hype true tier level 2 hype. I'm going to fucking... All right. We got Noisy Boy, Smileys, Tate Black Rose, Real Solaroid, Nair, Raindrop, Dubwing, and Frequency Rifter in the queue. But we're going to start off with some Claygain. I'm not going to kill myself. Sellout, Homework Whip. God damn it, I'm going to kill... I forgot to turn on the sound on the browser. God damn
Yo,
it.
it's our first time doing this chat. You know,
In a minute.
be patient with us.
Where the
I like how Devin's
fuck
just sitting there with no emotion at all, bro.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fucking.
It's gonna be one of those, isn't
bit.
it?
Bro, why is this shit not coming through?
That nigga hasn't eaten yet, Chad. Y'all struggling.
God, adding this new mic really fucked up my entire setup. This shit's just coming through nowhere now.
That's
Alright, alright. Fuck this mic.
Holy shit. Yeah, he changed his mic to the other one. Who said? Someone said he got backrooms type audio. That shit killed me. Who said that?
Fuck you guys. I hate this. Fucking Claygain. Hell out. Homework Whip.
I'll see you fuckers in hell.
not finished.
Devin, you want to go first?
Yeah. All right. So, I get it. It's going for a piss take, going for shock factor. You kind of start us off with the whole like Minecraft Club Penguin menu music as a joke, but just the way you transition from that into the metal and the mix down on the middle bit was just atrocious. I know that part's supposed to be jarring, but still, like, if you're gonna do that, like, do it well. But like, yeah, the mix down on there, like, the drums weren't cutting through the mix. This whole song, the drums were just not cutting through the mix like at all. The side chain is just kind of not apparent. Um, but then to like when it gets to the metal bit, it just sounds more like white noise than a cohesive metal track. And then when the tear out part comes in, it gets a little cleaner, but I'm still being faced with a lot of the same issues. So like, and then two, like there's parts of the drop where you tried to bring in the cheeky, like, fake out intro or whatever. And look, I get that, but just the way you did it was just very abrasive and haphazard. And it's just kind of like you were doing things for the sake of doing them instead of really having a thought out plan on how you wanted this track to progress. So like, I get it. It's supposed to be a little bit fun, but I would just say, like, take your time on getting from one section to the other, clean up the mix down, and give us a better side chain so the drums cut through.
Yeah, I agree with Devin on the transition from the happy upbeat intro to the metal was really jarring, and like Devin said, the mix on the metal section just wasn't very clean. Other than that, I do like the idea of what you were going for, trying to make like a super happy upbeat like intro into like some tear out. But yeah, like Devin said, I guess give those sections like of you going, like, give each section a little bit more room to breathe, like that, so when you transition into the next section it doesn't sound a little bit as jarring. But yeah,
Homework.
I think he goes to Icon. Oh, yeah, what was the prompt for the assignment?
Am
No
I
way,
am I
you guys
muted?
can't
Am I
hear
muted?
JT
God
again?
damn
No
it! I'm gonna.
way. I could wait, say something again?
Can you hear me in stream?
I mean, I can hear you in Discord.
I can hear you in stream.
All right, all right. Odie show's just
Apparently, they can hear you now.
fucking. I hate him. Uh, yeah. That Boise boy.
Okay, so when JT was muted, he was basically asking you what the prompt of the homework assignment was. That way he can better critique what he has to say.
Much to say. I'm not the biggest tear out fan. I just wanted to see what the whole assignment was. That out. Shout out EXO. Shout out Squid. Alright. All right. We got noisy. Oh, but real quick, if you guys don't follow us on YouTube, follow us. Uh, send a screenshot of it to our Twitter, our in tweet on our Twitter, and you can be entered to win some. We hit 100 followers. So close.
Aphasia with the sub.
Oh fuck, and Thick Smork with
Thick
the
Smork.
2. Let's go.
Man should know I'm the shit, no fly. Man try said it. Man try said it. Man try said it. Man try said it.
Fucking finish this shit.
Yeah,
Also,
finish
I don't.
that. I enjoyed that.
It came through very quiet somehow. I don't know. Like, looks like quickly and everything, but just compared to the last song, it felt very quiet.
I think that might be something on your end because I'm listening to it through Twitch and I feel like it was very loud. But the last song we listened to was just obnoxious audio wise, so
That could be it. Okay. Oh yeah, but I really I like the flow, the sound design on this. Funky idea.
The flow and the drums were
Yeah,
really sick for me. I
the
enjoyed
Noto
them
hat.
a lot.
one thing that threw me off was the snare that you used on the intro, but I know this is an idea. You uploaded this an hour ago. I'm gonna assume that you didn't put too much thought into the intro. The drop itself, I'm really excited to see you go in a different direction, or at least like I haven't heard anything from you in a month, so this sounds new from everything else that I'm used to hearing you do. It's quarter notes, so I'm not going to give you praise on the flow. Like, the drums are good, the sounds are fucking sick, the mix down is really good. You're taking advantage of the use of atmosphere. I feel like the melody that you're doing with the quarter notes and the way that you're choosing to ascend and descend the quarter notes, it's lazy. And I feel like I want to see you attack this melody in a different pattern. Because as it currently stands, I would probably like this song more if it was just monotone and then you did the pitch up on the switch. But the way that it currently sounds, like I know you're trying to give yourself a little bit more swing and I respect that, but just the way you're currently doing so, like I feel like you're taking away from the impact of the drop.
Shout out Manly sub.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if you were just going mainly for like the actual sound design and shit first before you fuck with the flow and go super crazy with it. Creative with it.
Yeah, second drop. Go a little bit more
No,
creative.
not even second drop. Just
Yeah, no,
redo the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
first
exactly.
drop. Make me care about the first drop before you have the audacity to go to a second. Jesus Christ.
All right. Next up, we got
This
Smileys.
nigga definitely didn't need today.
Yeah, what, man? Like an energy drink or something.
Nah, these fools want feedback. That's what they're paying money for. They're gonna get it.
Please, this is an emergency. Please have a squatter. Just on the road. Malmberg Manufacturing Company, the fuel shop. Please, there's an ambulance too. There's a fuel hook. Can you tell me what happened to him? There's hurry. There's a kid laying on the ground in the back. So there's some metal
Alright, this is fucking hard. be a little bit longer.
That was a stompy boy.
Yeah, the
I
fucking
fucking liked that.
push on that one. Insane.
I really liked the drums too. The drums were smacking and they were definitely slamming through the mix really nice.
Both drops can be just a tiny bit longer. Suddenly, abrupt ending. I know it's a rough draft, but I really fuck with the sound design and flow on this.
Yeah.
So this song, for me personally, is giving Danny with the worst intro. Like, I mean, you did an okay job at it, but I just hear sudden death with a worse intro. You know what I mean? And I think too, it's gonna be something that always bugs me because I was around before Danny made this style a thing. So I'm having trouble adjusting to anyone attempting this style that like isn't Danny because I'm just gonna immediately hear like, all right, this is him, but not as good. And again, it's not that this is a bad song, but like when you're in this territory, like you're automatically competing with him. So you can take influence, but you really have to do something that sets you apart. So my brain just doesn't go to him. And right now, it's not that it's a bad song, but you haven't done anything that says like, all right, this is Smiley's. You know, I just hear Danny, but not as good.
Not that he's not that distorted. That was here.
I have no comment on that. I just like the tune. I do think the drops could be longer. That's all I got. That's really like all I have to say. All the feedback I can give. So I would just like the drops to be longer. Kevin with the gifted sub. Drowned with the sub.
Black Rose up next.
Damn, Noah with the gifted sub. Kevin with the 5 gifted subs.
Oh fuck.
There is one vital fact I would like to submit.
Can I see you a minute, please?
You just gotta realize that everybody's gonna be on your tail from 5 o'clock until the day you die.
Not good.
Something completely different.
I really felt like I'd go off beat here. That part. I don't know if it was just like a little extra type deal. Transition to extra, but follow. 5-10 seconds back here. That bass fucking insane.
I love the intro. I'm a big drill fan, so you kind of, you got me there. There's a couple questions I have, but I was gonna give you major props the second I was listening to the intro, but then I realized it was a remix, so I don't know how much of that is actually you, and how much that is of the original song, from Glass Pack. But that being said, as much as I like the intro, the only thing I would change is the actual volume of the intro itself, because the drop when it comes in, it's about the same sound or same audio level as the intro, so it doesn't grab my attention at all. And I kind of had a delayed reaction realizing that that the drop had happened. And I think too that's partially because the drop itself isn't aggressive, which is fine. Not everything has to be aggressive, and I kind of grew to appreciate like the flow and the pacing of the actual drop. But if the intro wasn't louder than it, it would hit me harder. Um, I feel like the bridge into the build up for the second drop is a tad too long. It just gives me time to lose interest in what's going on. And if this is a song that you want people to listen to both drops, like you should take care of that, because if I was in my car listening on Spotify, I would have just skipped to the next tune before the second drop happened. And then on the second drop itself, I just feel like there's way too much going on. You need to pick a focal point and then really highlight that, because right now it sounds like there's three things in that drop fighting for my attention, and all they're doing is getting in the way of each other.
Yeah, Devin summed up what I was gonna say, but I wasn't educated enough musically to put into words. The second drop did sound like there was a lot more going on.
Ooh, shout out Islander. Okay, chat, can you guys hear me?
I think so.
Man. Okay. Let's see if I can play a song. God fucking damn it. It cuts out the audio for some reason to Google or when I do this shit though. I don't understand what the fuck's going on here.
What was the audio originally coming out of?
Well, my headphones. But now for some reason, yeah, this shit is fucked up. All right, if you guys have anything more to say.
Your mic as a headphone.
Yeah, this shit's dumb. I gotta do it off stream.
What's up, everybody who's saying what's up to me specifically?
Hey, yo, what's good, Islander?
Yeah, Islander gifted a sub.
EXO
Oh, and
gifted
exit
a sub
another
as well.
sub.
Another
Yeah,
one.
and Manly gifted another sub. All right, all right.
What's up, Jaqui? My name is Jaqui.
Chat can still hear me cutting in and. All right, next up, got Solaroid.
Well, yeah, chat. I'm always gonna keep it real for you guys because at the end of the day, you guys are paying us money that you guys work shitty jobs to earn, and you're coming here to feedback so you can get better at making music. So I'm gonna give you guys what you fucking paid for,
Oh,
Because
let him know.
I personally hate when I reach out to artists I respect for feedback and they just tell me like, oh, it's sick. Like either tell me what I did that's sick or tell me what's wrong with the song. Like I'm not gonna learn anything from oh that's sick. And I see a lot of feedback streams and I'm not gonna say names, but they just go like, oh yeah, this song is sick, and you guys don't learn anything from that.
Real.
This album artwork is hilarious. So yeah, I really like that intro a lot. It was super sick. I love those like real like I don't know like synth melodic intros in dubstep. You don't get those a lot. So
Face
that
5
was
gifted.
damn Clayface.
That I don't work. Fuck you.
But yeah, when the drop came, the only thing I was having an issue with was that the drums weren't hitting as hard. And if they did, it would have made this tune way more awesome. It's still an awesome tune. I really like your sound design as well, but yeah, my only critique is the drums.
Okay, for me, I like the intro a lot. I was actually sat here thinking that like from the intro alone, I'm like, all right, Solaroid's been fucking working, he's grown up a bit. Um there was one synth that was in the intro that you had like a fucking subtle like left to right pan on that I felt was like too loud. It was that like like that fucking synth. I can't think of the name of it right now. But yeah, that was just a little too loud on the intro. And I feel like that could be brought down. But then when the actual drop comes in, just a whole bunch of technical mix down issues. You know what I mean? Like first off, that side chain on the kick needs to be way more aggressive because that kick's not cutting through at all. You could probably benefit from having a better side chain on the kick. I just think no, sorry, on the snare as well. But I just think the snare was just very like powerful, so I didn't notice it as much. And then at least on the A section of the drop, I noticed that the highs were a tad piercing. Like I actually felt like you could shave off some of the high ends on like the 3K, 3.5K hertz range. But there's just like, just go through each layer and like figure out which ones you want to take the highs from, which ones you want to take the lows from, and like et cetera, because there's a lot of clashing going on. And I feel like once you figure out all those clashing issues, you can clean up the flow a little bit.
Just the clashing, washy synth sub thing wide, and like we're pouring into some of the other sounds, washing it out a little bit. But I think if you went all the layers a bit, tighten them up, really make everything cut through, and decide what you really want to do with the flow.
Wait, guys, can you not hear JT still?
Is it for real cut? I've been trying to like actually speak to the fucking mic clear, and it still doesn't work.
It's weird because you come through clearly in Discord.
Yeah, okay. Basically, JT just said what I said, but in normal person
What if I
voice, or no, normal person instead of producer.
All right, what if I do this? Can you guys hear me now? Like clearly? Can everybody hear me clearly? Or does it make it go double? God damn. All right.
It's double.
Yeah, so you might want to switch to your mic when we're not listening, and then switch back, and which would take a little longer. But I feel like that'd be less annoying than having to read the same comments about your mic issues every track.
So basically, if I just mute it in Discord so you guys can't hear me, but I can talk to the chat directly. All right, all right. That's fun. All right. Next up. Oh, God. Next up, we got Nair with Concussion V2. All right, this is gonna be a surprise for them because they can't fucking hear shit. Oh wait, I guess they're in the stream. God. Nair, first submission.
Got that echo on the side.
You might be missing some of the benefits that stereo can provide.
Shit louder.
I'm sure you know what everyone's gonna say. We all said it in the chat already.
That snare is fucking weak. I'm gonna say it out loud.
Yeah, well, and Devin just said the rest of it in chat.
Yeah, pretty much he did. Yep.
He's fucking just speed running this.
I didn't know you were gonna have that exact feedback.
Yeah, exactly. Word for word, bar for bar.
Well, you can use this time to say the things that the track did very well, because there are a lot of things that this track does very well.
Yeah, the intro.
The intro. Oh my god.
And those little stabs in the break, like those da 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 da, like that was tight. That like brings a real cool vibe to the tune. I like it a lot. That
because
that has some energy to it. Like
I gotta talk directly.
Once you
to the
fix
chat.
the snare, this would be a crowd banger for sure. Yeah, the sub be going burr too, for real.
But when I mute, Devin can't hear me.
I like the intro. I actually am usually kind of tilted when a drop is that abrasive, but in this case, I think it works. The only thing I would say is between the build-up from the intro to the drop, I don't even think you need to like tease the drop. I just think you need better build-up drums, because the build-up drums, just like your snare, are a tad weak. I just think that it should just be very obvious that like some sort of drop is coming. Beyond that, I told you about my feelings about the second drop, but like when this drop comes in, the flow on it, the triplets are really cool. The sub is amazing, and the fact that you're able to have a complicated sub with the complicated triplet flow in the first drop is really dope. The little Mortal Kombat fills, they're cool. Sometimes they felt like a bit much, but I feel like that's a personal thing. Some people really like that. Some people will be a little annoyed by them. If you like them, that's all that fucking matters. And then again, like I told you, you know how I feel about the second drop. The one thing I will say though is when the switch on the second drop comes in, the more like simplified version, it sounds fucking tough. But there's points where it sounds a little bit empty at the end of each phrase. But this is the first tune I'm hearing from you besides the one you showed me at Rampage. But yeah, this is fucking cool.
Super sick tune. I really like the idea.
All right. Manly was asking for an update on the queue. Let's see if my mic works for this. Actually, I'm just gonna. So up next we got Raindrop, Dubwing Duck,
Hey guys,
EXO,
I love you and I
Frequency
appreciate
Rifter.
you guys being here. But before you go in the chats and ask us where you send your music to, you can read the screen and it says on the left song submission.
That's true. Sway Cred,
And there's all these really
Smork,
cool directions telling you
Clayface,
how this operates.
Aphasia, Base Galaxy, BBX, Olphion,
And now I
Drowned,
can't hear JT.
Astrominate,
Unless chat
Manly, No Offense, and Islander. Yeah, they can. No, I guess you can't hear me. Yeah, they can hear me, but I turned it off for you.
Okay.
I guess I can just keep turning it. Got Raindrop now.
Wait, can they? Were they able to hear what I just said or no?
Yeah. There's
right
yeah. I just mute myself in Discord, but they can still hear you talking. Also hear me talking at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that we were both talking at the same time.
Yeah, Manly. That's the entire subs priority list. Like that wasn't even the channel points. Raindrop. Fuck. Break out my new ash catcher. insane. I agree. I
Yeah,
do
I
like the second
agree with
drop, but
everything
like
Devin
the
said.
like how they slow a bit, drop back in the vocals, but like that one also did sound like quiet. I don't want to say quieter, but it sounded quieter than the drop. Like and sounded a lot different.
I really, really like the intro, and I do like the drop, but yeah, like Devin said, because the main synth you use doesn't change, it does like take away from how, I don't want to say heavy that drop could be have been, but like how, like it could have just hit like way, way more than it did, and it
Takes
still
away,
hit. Don't get me
takes away from
wrong.
the impact.
Yeah, 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 that. But other than that, like I think the idea is really cool, and the second drop is super sick. I really like the second drop.
Yeah. So Raindrop, what you did on the second drop is a perfect example of what I was talking about on how you should simplify the sub, because you already have a cool melody going on throughout the entirety of the track, through the intro, both drops, etc. The sub really does not need to have a conflicting melody. It should just be accentuating on what's already there in a different octave. And on the second drop, you do that, and on the first drop, the sub is just fighting that main synth, and it's really fucking distracting. That being said, I really like the flow of the melody. The one thing I would do is when the drop comes in, either layer the main synth with something that's different or completely change the main synth and keep the same melody. But beyond that, I don't really think there's much else this track needs. But I do agree with JT, the second drop could be louder.
That even like the first drop had so much depth and texture, it just felt kind of. But
No, 100%. But
I really fuck with your sound design. How you really get the whole raindrop like theme, like the song you submitted last week. This song, like
Yeah, this
you got the
definitely
sound design
sounds
down.
like anime character walking in the rain music.
Frequency gifted subs that gets you a line jump. Oh,
Yeah,
that gets
Dan,
you
it
that
was
gets you next
sonically
then.
pleasing. It was very sonically pleasing, motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't go that far.
three finger combo. No slaw, double fries, or double fucking bread. That toast.
I was just trolling Dan because he said it in chat.
All right. Next up, frequency. Kaiju Oh yeah, you've been missing it, Devin. Frequency Rifter started making completely different music.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, this is different.
I'll cut him down. That's excellent.
Very Yuki vibes.
Oh, awfully nice.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
You're not hurt, are you? No.
I think the main synth could be, I don't know if it's louder or like if it needs to be louder. Is that what it is? Because it sounds kind of quiet compared to everything else.
I would say it needs to be like louder, but also just tighter.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Pitch modulation, yeah, that could definitely help. Yeah, I think the only thing is that it does kind of get it starts sounding a little repetitive.
Yeah, like Drummond was saying, he vibes like if you go listen to Deserted, the Infect remix, like get a little bit of inspiration song. It could really help you out.
The Infect remix of Yuki Deserted is like the best rhythm tune of all time.
Yeah. Go listen to that a few times.
Your music is definitely getting better though, Frequency Rifter.
Yeah, my main issues with this, like your sound design's gotten better. I feel like you have more of a concept of how a track works, which is good. I would just say what I want you to focus on is listening to music while you produce so you can get a better concept of how a song should flow. Because this song is kind of like a dog chasing its own tail, you know, it just kind of has no direction and it's just going around in circles without making any real progress. So, you know, next week or these upcoming weeks, upcoming months, whatever, I want you to really just listen to songs that you like, songs that you want to replicate, and then just copy that flow. Just bar for bar, just copy it. And then once it's completely copied, then go back and make it your own. And that's just a good way to start understanding song structure.
But you really fucking been putting in the work and it's showing. Next up, we got Dubwing. Happy with it. Just haven't had a chance to play with it. Yes, I know it. Does the rest sound okay? I've been struggling to find time.
Just send the song or don't
Holy
send it.
fuck! Okay. I thought it was gonna. Never mind. Alright, never V5 whip. Dubwing duck.
Light a fire in me tonight. Light a fire in me. Fire in me tonight. Light a fire in me. Light a fire in me. tonight. Light a fire in me. Light a fire in me. Fire in me tonight. Light a fire in me. Light a fire in me.
Okay, so you weren't kidding about your main.
Yeah.
What happened?
So you know.
I can.
Also, sometimes, like some of the basses are just all out of like whack volume wise. Like some of them are higher or lower than the other ones. Honestly, I would take Devin's advice from the last tune and say that like you should really like sit down and listen to like a bunch of dubstep songs and try to get like a better understanding of like the flow, and then go from there.
If Chloe Campfire has a song to submit, we're listening to that shit right now. I need it. All right, continue, Cam.
Oh, I was done. I'm gonna let you take over.
All right, so for me, it's not even an issue with song structure because you seem to do a decent job at that. One of the better song structures you've had. My main issue with this is once the vocals leave the tune, you just have a lack of mid range. Like there's just no mid range at all. Like the middle section of the song is just so fucking empty throughout its entirety of the drop. And then when the vocals come in, that frequency range is filled up. But anytime they're not there, it's just nothing. And once again, I feel like we've been having this issue a lot all stream. This is like the central theme. Guys, sidechain your drums. Por favor. I feel like I've been saying in every peer review since we started this, the most important part of the song is the fucking drums. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on this.
Hey, that being said, got EXO. Boom, 20.
I'll go first. Yeah. Okay, so this wasn't a bad tune, but the last tune you sent was way more original sounding. It sounded more like you. This tune sounds void-ish a lot. Like a lot. And I think that you can make something that sounds more you. That's the only feedback that I really have, because the actual tune itself is solid. It just doesn't. The last tune you sent was way more original.
I agree with. Last one, you very you. If you're trying to go for
JC saying that the biggest gripe that he has with this song is that it sounds like worse Danny. He wouldn't have used the term worse Danny, but I will. I have no shame in saying that, because it's just the problem that I have with not you specifically, but just with this generation of producers. There's just so many worse Danny tunes being shoved down our throats right now, and I've just kind of had my wits in with it. That being said, actual feedback on this tune, the intro is just weak. Like, minimal is not necessarily a bad thing, but this just feels lazy, you know. And then the drop itself, I'm not the biggest fan of the sounds you use here. The flow is okay. Just I would ask JT to play it again, but I kind of don't want to listen to it again. So I can give you better feedback. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like the synths were just too metallic and kind of clashing in on each other, and the use of atmosphere felt like it was putting me more to sleep than creative, like an immersive feeling. I don't know. I would just say, like, go back to trying to sound like you, because this one wasn't it.
All right. Next up, Swake Red. We got a lot to. Rhythm Legends.
Hey, that artwork is gas.
Watch out, I'm very skilled with the Scrapple. blink, and you'll be gone.
Try not to blink. You may miss me.
It was a solid tune.
Super solid, especially for a 4-hour whip. Well, Devin said it in the chat. It was the drums that kind of need a little bit more work, but I really, really like the actual flow and sound design. I'm upset that you didn't use any Wraith samples though.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
was one.
yeah.
There was one. There's one. There was one at the very fucking end.
Okay. Well, I think you should replace those Pathfinder samples with Wraith samples.
I don't know. I feel like the
Same with
sample.
Octane samples.
I feel like the samples worked fucking
Yeah,
perfect.
Octane samples
Like,
would be hard.
No, he has Octane samples in here already.
yeah.
It just pissed me off. It just pissed me off that like
I didn't hear those. I just heard the Pathfinder
there's-
ones, bro.
Yeah, there's all these Pathfinder samples, and then like there's just a Wraith thumbnail, and then there's like this one little tiny Wraith one at the very end.
Put Pathfinder at the thumbnail. That's the main gripe. But the actual like
Sorry.
flow and sound design of it, like, it kept me fucking entertained the entire time. There's white noise and shit going on, but it wasn't like overbearing white noise. Type white.
I give it a handbasket.
Doesn't count for any.
Thank God.
Alright.
What was it? What was he doing? Okay, so I have a feeling that this actually has a gnarly sub, but it's just one of those songs where my headphones can't pick the sub up. I like the use of distortion here. I feel like you're teetering on the edge of it just being a tad much, but I feel like for this song it works. Drums, fucking lacking. I need that snare to kick me in the fucking sternum. Same thing with the kick. Kick and snare. I need more mid range. They're just being lost by everything else, which is a shame because I feel like I keep saying this today about your guys' fucking drums. But besides that, this is a really cool song, sound design wise, flow wise. I think this is one of the better songs of today that we've heard, sound design and flow wise. But the intro is lazy. But then again, you said you've done this in 4 hours, so. But still, lazy intro. From now on, chat, if you guys bring in a song, no matter how much you've worked, how much time you put on it, or how much time you didn't put on it, I'm just gonna say what's wrong with it.
Let's go.
Without the safety net of I know you've only done this many hours on it, and
And don't put an intro. Alright. Next up.
creature, not much like anything we know today. Awaited in silent slumber for the day that he should test his might. Durago.
Where's the fucking sub? I can tell base.
Side chaining.
What's up?
The intro
that's-
was too long. The intro was too long. It was like 3 different. I swear it was like 3 different buildups.
Yeah, correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I get the gist of what you were trying to do because this intro gave me like almost 2006 vibes, like very, very, very early dubstep. And it felt like as the drops progressed, we're getting more and more modern. So it seems like you kind of tried to do that on purpose. I could be wrong, but if that's the case, then that changes my opinion on, or changes what I'm going to say about this a little. And basically, it's like, all right, I know what you're trying to do, but just the way that you're tying all these different ideas together could be done better. And if you weren't trying to do that, then my criticism is that's just poor execution and a lazy, bad intro. But if you're trying to do the time machine thing, then I kind of get it. I just think it could be executed a little bit better. And there's no sub. Like, where's the sub? Like, I can tell from the sounds, because the thing is, like, the sounds you're making, they're not bad. Like, the sound design's
Yeah.
not bad at all.
Definitely lacking sub.
because the thing that throws me off to where I don't really know how to properly give this feedback is because the approach to the mixdown screams like you're in your early days of production, which is fine. Like, we all start somewhere. But then some of the sound design in here is actually really good, so it makes it seem like you're more further along in your progress. So I guess I just kind of have questions for you. Like, how long have you been producing? What's your goal on this song? And that would help me better critique this, because I don't know if these are style choices that just weren't executed to the best that they could have been, or if the problems I'm having come from a lack of experience. JT, they said you have fleas.
Mad because I don't gamble, people. Code Gucci Gaming for 10% extra. All right. Next up. All right. People wanted an update on the queue. All right, I'm gonna mute. Better. All right. We got, or I'll tell you, Devin, we got Chloe Campfire coming up next, just as a palate cleanser real quick.
Fuck yes.
After that, we got Clayface, Aphasia, Base Galaxy, BBX, Opion, Drowned, Manly, Astrominate, No Offense, GQ, Islander, and Lost Soul, which is iSpirit. All right. Coming up next, some Chloe Campfire. What did I miss?
Anubis said I had fleas because I'm black.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's insane, bro.
Sane.
That's insane.
All right, next up, Chloe Campfire.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody check my pulse. I think my heart stopped beating. Recruit me into your code. Always knew I was a demon, a natural result. Figuring out life's meaning. Just don't go chasing your ghost, 'cause things happen for a reason. Death-defying love, electrifying love, death-defying love, crucifying love. I worship you, my idol love. Death-defying love, electrifying love, death-defying love, crucifying love. I worship you, my idol love. You know it's you I crave. I'll always do what you tell me. You and your devilish ways. I'm so obsessed it's unhealthy. I've got this funny feeling the world is ending soon. I've loved my time on earth, but I'd burn it down for you. Death-defying love, electrifying love.
God, this is so
Crucifying love, crucifying love. I worship you, my idol love. Death-defying love, electrifying love. Death-defying love, crucifying love. I worship you, my idol love.
As a vocal pack.
Damn, that was such a good tune. I would listen to that
Yeah,
every single day.
same. And as a matter of fact, I listen to your other song, My Bloody Valentine, actually almost every day. I have no feedback. I just wanted to hear some actual because I didn't get that.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Yeah, you make
10 out of
great
10.
music. Damn,
All
that
right.
song made me so happy.
Next up, Clayface. Pop.
Pop your pussy like this.
Okay, so cut out the first section of that build up. Totally unnecessary. Only needs one build up. Tame the highs on the A section of the first drop. Second drop is perfection, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say shorten the intro a little bit. That's it. Like
It's just the beginning tail part because I thought that was like intro going into like I thought that was the song, but like an intro before the intro. Fucking crisp, thick.
Mm-hmm. Sub was speaking.
Fucking nice job. Nice job.
Drums was hitting.
All right. Next up, Aphasia, Odd Prophet, Desire, Aphasia.
Anymore.
$20 tip.
Forgot about this part.
The only back I have is fucking change the vocals, not a remix.
Yeah, we
Like
said that last
that's
time
like
too.
the last, yeah. That's all I gotta say. Good job. Sounds nothing like.
Yeah. Brave remix.
Yeah, that's what we said last time.
Brave.
That's exactly what we said.
Brave. That's all. Look, that's all I'm saying on that. But all of that aside,
Look, the steps are $2.
look, all of that aside, phenomenal take on this. Like, I did not know what to expect, but I definitely wasn't expecting a hard dance into like a trap into a D&B, and I feel like you executed the switches between each of them perfectly to the point where I was taken by surprise, but it wasn't abrasive. The only bit of criticism I have, besides making this an original, is I feel like the second drop, the more trap halftime style one, is a little bit louder than the other two drops, is noticeably louder for me. So just bring down the decibel level on that a little bit so everything just seems more cohesive. But beyond that, this is really, really well executed. And I would say it's the best tune of the night. So I will give this a cart.
Cart.
Yeah.
First gold card of the night. And also, we had 10 people in the donation queue. So Kandar, you get to jump right to the front with that 10 donations. Killa, Patreon, E2.
Hey, yo, for real, if Asia, make that an original, please.
You donated 10 subs, don't feel bad. We appreciate you heavily. We like money! Ooh. Devin, literally, like when it hit the part where he said remove sub last part in tape stop, I was like, that would go hard as fuck right there. Oh my
Yeah, like
god.
every time I noticed something that I didn't like, I'd look at his comments. I'm like, oh, he noticed that too. And then like I'd look again. I'm like, oh, he noticed that too. Like perfect example. At 15, that my head actually went up because I was like, all right, that synth sounds a little off. I wonder if he's gonna fucking have a note there about that second synth. And then I was gonna say balance the high ends on there because that's what made because I didn't know if it was like a pitch thing or if it was just the fact that the high ends were out of control on that second synth. But then you said bounce volume of the second synth. All right, cool. He's fucking aware. So, but that being said, I do have to commend you because I do appreciate the fact that you were conscious enough to take notes. But I also understand that you want an extra ear on this to either what's it called? Reassure you on what you're hearing and or pick up on different things that you didn't hear. And that's going to make you a better musician. So
He
I do
needed
commend
his
you on
notes
that.
validated.
Yeah, and I think that's completely valid because I do this with my peers, you know. I do think the clap should just be more of like a clap. Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like a standard like more like an airy clap than, you know. Beyond that, I really liked everything else. But yeah, oh, it's not even fix the laser. Just get rid of the sustain. We don't need it.
I also really like.
Yeah. I think
Yeah?
this tune was tight. I think it was super sick. I think it had really cool flow.
Very unique.
Yeah, I mean the notes that you took are pretty much spot on. I do agree with Devin on removing that little laser sustain in the background. I think this was fire. I really really like the flow. Like the flow that you have was super dope. Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And then I really like the little bridge section where like you like the drop stopped and it like but the sound is like the main bass was still kind of playing like in the background like continuously. I enjoyed that. That was tight. Cool tune.
Got Bass Galaxy. Sisto remix. Say Maurice.
It's Maurice.
Right. 3 seconds not being played.
Yo, that was
Fucking.
the best tune of the night so far.
I want to listen to that like on Space Mountain while I'm on mushroom. Insane.
Dude.
So not only was that the best song of the night by a landslide, it feels almost like an insult to you to consider anything else we've listened to tonight music. Like calling anything else we've listened to on tonight's stream music sounds like an insult to you because you were just completely outclassed everybody by a landslide.
Production's just on another fucking level.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was
Praise King. Praise King.
that was like a soundscape almost. Like that took me through a lot of different visuals in my head, and they were able to just based off of the sounds alone. Like I was thinking of space. I was thinking of like crazy mountains on Mars. Like, bruh.
All right. Next up, Gex. The cart. I don't know what from us. You already got a
Yeah.
platinum cart. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, not only is that a cart, but I feel like I can't give anyone else tonight a cart. I don't know.
That
Sloth
Chloe and Aphasia are the 3 best songs. This is the thing. What up, Yuri?
Yuri Dubs.
This isn't feedback, but chat, if you look at my left arm, it looks like we're on a TV show and my arm is blurred because I have a bunch of boobies tattooed on me. which isn't true, but
Brand sponsorship. Go. Fucking thick. But I feel like just I don't know this, but the second drop felt very like copy paste almost. I don't know.
no,
It sounded
I
very
definitely
similar.
feel that.
Like there wasn't like enough to differentiate it from the first. But fucking very cleanly mixed down. Flow, sound design, everything. Great. I know Devin's gonna hate it because of the sustains, and that was a lot of the song, but I really fucked with the sustains. I would have liked second drop if you want funkier sustains. Or some like crazier triplets with wops. Sustains.
Oddly enough, to play off what JT said, it wasn't the sustain that bothered me. What bothered me was the initial like that yoi growl that you use to start off the sequence. I wasn't the biggest fan of that. I don't know, like in comparison to all the other sounds that are in this track, like or in the drop, they're all really creative and cool. And like that initial like bro just sounds like it kind of came out of a Skrillex sample pack, you know?
A
Like
little
it just
bit.
doesn't that synth just sounded a little bit dated in comparison to everything else. But like on that same token, when the sustain comes in, it sounds very Dr. P. But the way you brought it in, it doesn't really bother me because it sounds kind of like an homage to Dr. P, and then you immediately come out of that and have your own like unique sustain. Um, yeah, so it's just that growl. The growl bugs me, but everything else is really cool. Oh, and I would make the sub wider. And I know that like there's a lot of warmth coming in on your sub, and I get that, but I just feel like it needs to be wider.
Agreed. Uh, I kind of like the yoi sounds, but I can see how on the initial hit it was a little off-putting. But I don't mind them or the sustains, but I don't know. I think they're good. I like it.
Up. It's Ophion.
Oh, Buckley.
Payable.
Just send a song to our group chat, and if it was
I can't even hear. I couldn't hear you. Fucking loud.
Oh no, I said I just looked at our group chat because he also sent a song to our group chat, and if it was the same song, I was gonna beat the shit out of him, but it's a different song. So.
Please listen.
Thumbs in a boat, then he wanna try.
Bro, that fucking glitch was act my Cat was saying, I feel like the sub was quiet or not apparent. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the
Because
sub
everything
was
else in
a
the
little
track
too
is
quiet, and the clap was a
everything else
little
in the
too
track
loud.
is too loud. Everything else in the track is too loud, and you're not leaving yourself enough headroom to let your sub shine. Like bring down the levels of everything else, and I promise you, you will have room in the mix to warm up your sub. And this is what this track needs. And you need to use a different snare sample, but everything else is good.
Yeah, different clap.
Got
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Alright. Very fucking solid. Like, sound like there's fucking here where a lot is getting lost. Like Cat was saying, the drums and clap wasn't coming through very well at all. But like, my main gripe with like song entirely though was just like the subby parts. I feel like they were just a little bit too simple. You could have done more with the little like flashy type metallic sounds you were doing there, like back and forth between that and the sub, like having them play off each other a little bit more. But everything else, like I feel like mixdown, really the only thing left to nail on this, besides fucking with the subby parts, in my opinion. I really fucked with this.
I really fucked with it, except for the second drop. Yeah, so Kandar said it in chat. Put the kickback, or like do something to that clap because it wasn't hitting hard enough, and that kind of like disappointed me a little because the rest of it was fire, and I was like, damn, if only that clap was a little bit harder. But other than that, this is a solid tune. I like it. I really like the flow, the like the rhythm going on in the drop. I like it.
Besides everything that's been said, my biggest problem with this tune is that it's very safe. But that's not the worst thing in the world. Um, the flow is just very, very safe. You know, it's nothing that I haven't heard before. It's something that I want to hear again. But if you're okay with that, then you executed what you're trying to do well enough. Fix the drums. I think it's a solid tune for what it is.
Next up, we got Manly ID.
Let's go.
Manly IDs. Finish this. Yeah, it was coming a little bit mono.
I felt like maybe it was just a little bit too loud. Like I felt like everything else was louder than the drums and the sub, but that's just me. I think I might just be wrong. That's what it sounded like to me.
I could be completely wrong on this, but something about the countdown on the build up to the drop sounded off to me. Like something just threw me off on the countdown. But beyond that, this just sounds like a Manly tune. You know, it's not bad. It's not like it doesn't stand out amongst the other Manly tunes that you sent me before. It just sounds like you got your sounds, you know what you like, and you did that. You know. So what do I mean by that? This tune isn't bad, but I want to hear you push yourself, Jacob. I know what you're capable. I know what you're capable of when you do push yourself, and I don't feel like you're pushing yourself here. So try harder and come back.
He said, "Try
Damn.
harder."
Evan's first day back. He's not taking any shit. Not playing. All right. We got Astrominate with 56.
Kandar?
It's a little bit too high.
So I don't know what it is, but some parts of it sound like off or like kind of just a little messy. And I think it's like in like the I can't remember like where exactly it was. It was in like the first drop. I think it was like the B section of the first drop. There was this like guitar like sound in the background that kind of just sounded like it didn't fit. It was the dun 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 dun. Like it
Are you
sounded
talking
like
about the
it
part
didn't.
where like the triplets and everything came in at the very end of the first drop?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that part was a whole ass mess.
Yeah, Drummondite said it in chat. Just organize it a little bit more, and like I think this would be a huge banger because I like most of it.
Sounds or bring some of
Mm-hmm.
not so much clashing on top of each other. And I feel like that B section, that first drop just went so high. Like
I would even argue that the A section was piercing as well. There's like one impact synth on there where the highs were just like they're just so harsh. And then once the harshness of the high frequencies went away, I just kind of noticed like all the other synths you had going on were just really, really loud. So I like the idea of the song. I think we're all in agreement with that. But I think we're also all in agreement where you just need to go attack this mix down, bring some things down. Like I would just say go in and bring everything down. Make everything half as loud. And then once you've made the song make sense, because right now, like sections make sense, but as one cohesive piece, it does not make sense. Go back, turn down everything, make the song make sense first, and then start bringing things up as they need to be brought up.
hell yeah, solid advice.
Yeah.
Oh, got no offense.
No offense. Do my thing, do some money, I'll make it bring it stop. I'm going big, if you can't come, that's when my make drop. I'm going in, they so love it, so my skin drop. And then repeat, do what you want and here with me. I'm going in, they so love it's in my skin. They so love it's in my skin. Drink and then repeat, do what you want when you're here with me. I'm drop. And they drink.
Great. Like the fart one in the intro, that's okay. But I mean, I feel like just going into louder fart for bass thing drop.
Yeah, this tune feels very Wakan, which is like not a bad thing by default, but it feels very like standard Wakan. That being said, I think you would benefit from slowing the flow down a little bit because this song just seems like it's in a rush to progress. And because you're trying to keep the song interesting by having variation and having evolution, which is a good thing, but you're progressing through your cadences and your phrases like too quick to the point where
It
the
sounds
song's
off.
the song's evolving off beat. So I would just
Yeah.
say like take a step back, slow it down a little bit, and like the song can still evolve, but just don't rush it, like don't force it. Yeah.
Shout out to Space Ghost Dubs for the Prime sub. We got you in the 4. Left to 4 on the donut. We're playing it, and I'll play the Dropbox link. Samples flagged on you. Cut that part out. Yeah. Fucking putting in the work, Noah.
Yeah, he's getting a lot better. A lot better finding his little wook sound.
Yeah, the
Even though he's
early...
like not actually a wook.
Yeah, exactly. Like he should be making bass house. Alright. Step. Gate. Straight to
Your instrument is quite
That
impressive.
artwork, though. Reminds me of Kids Next Door.
Don't put it to that night. Okinawa. Okinawa no dare gaその刀を作った。This is recording nonsense.
Much better than you.
Fight like a samurai. Treat me style like a samurai. Treat me style like a samurai.
Okay, so one thing that I immediately have to call you out for, the name of the song is Kung Fu, but the the sample before the drop talks about samurais, which doesn't make any sense to me because Kung Fu is from China and then samurais are from feudal Japan. If anything, they would have done karate or judo or jujitsu. So, like, I just have to dock you points off that.
Oh man.
It's very valid though.
Like, I'm not even kidding. That's something that's just gonna drive me insane.
I think the intro was a little bit too long, and I also think the phrasing, like in the drop, was a little bit like all over the place. It was very hard to find the flow with that. But that's all I have to say. I'm gonna give it to JT.
My hard to follow, but probably just a style choice. I enjoyed the sound design. Claps.
No, because if there were Kung Fu claps when the samurai samples, it would have
Yeah,
just been anarchy, bro.
yeah. Okay, so then like a samurai sword like sheath down like I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
my
gonna
mic
give it-
come
I'm giving
my
it
my
context.
mic cuts out all the time, can't I? I'm a piece of shit. All right.
So it's really important that you go back and you either have to make the intro shorter or you have to make it more interesting. Because as it stands, if you want to do a simple intro, that's fine. That's cool. But nothing changes and it's way too long. I think one thing that really bites you in the ass on this drop too is that you bring in elements of the intro in on the drop, and all that's doing is just giving you less space in the mix down for you to actually work with the synths that you have there. And I also feel like they're just not adding anything of value to the drop, so you just don't need them. Like, look, I know you want to fill out the empty space, and I commend you for that, but you can do that with just by adding like atmosphere or background noise or like some vocal effects. No, RTX, we have not listened to your music yet.
We're running back from the bathroom. I'm gonna load up some Island. Islander. Slaughter.
Okay, so I really like the idea of this tune. It's just the guitar in some parts is like fucking up the rest of the tune. I don't know how to like explain it musically, so I'm gonna let Devin do that. Also change the snare.
Okay, off rip, the guitar just has too much distortion on it. I get that you're trying to do some, unique post processing, but even in the intro, I just felt like it was just too much. Like I know it's a guitar, but I feel like your average person probably wouldn't be able to tell what it was. It sounds like bit crushed white noise. Um, and then when the actual drop comes in, you have it kind of following the triplets. And my only thought was like, yeah, these triplets are really fucking cool. It's just a shame they're being washed out by this like super distorted guitar, like that's giving you all your phrasing and all your mix down issues. It's that fucking guitar throughout the entirety of the song. And there's two parts where it works, where it's literally just like the half note section and the half time section when you slow everything down. But anytime you want to do anything more complex than like half note, like literal half notes, that guitar is giving you insane issues. But I think you're aware of this.
Yeah, I think it's just too much distortion on the guitar. 100%.
Like there's just no headroom for you to work with this. And it's literally that guitar. Like sort that guitar and you will have a way easier time working on the rest. No wonder your ears are fucking fatigued, man. Like listen to how much distortion is on there. But yeah. RTX, I swear to God, if you don't sit there and be patient, you little Danish fuck, we will get to you, I promise.
No, we won't. We have so many submissions. It's 8:30, bro. We got 30 minutes left. We're barely gonna get to the channel point. Fuck you. Alright. Next up, we got High Spirit. Unpredictable and... Man, not 420, you fuck. Kidding. fucking journey.
That was definitely a journey. I really like the intro and the outro. I think in the drop there was this like main synth sound that was a little bit too loud compared to everything else. Like like the kind of sustained noise you had going on. But other than that, I thought this was super sick. I like that it was a D&B tune. I've been listening to a lot more D&B lately, so I like it.
Drop.
Your turn, Devin.
Not enough head. Yeah, I know. Drop. Not enough headroom. All your sounds are clashing. All of them. All of them. And it's a shame because I really like the intro, but based off like how the drop was approached, I'm now wondering how much of the intro you actually did, because when it came to the intro, it seemed like you really understood mix downs and spacing and stereo imaging and like where everything should fit in a mix. And then the second the synths actually started coming in, I was kind of like, oh, maybe they don't understand. Because when the synths started coming in, things started sounding like atonal and out of key, and it sounded like there was mix down issues and whatnot. And then when the actual drop itself came in, like everything was just kind of clashing. So yeah, just retouch this mix down like a Catholic priest on an altar boy.
Oh,
give it that type of
God.
love and attention.
All right. All right. Next up, we got Space Ghost. Space Ghost, Space Destroyer.
Somebody watched a show called Space Ghost Coast to Coast on Adult
You mean like the first show that was ever on Adult Swim?
It was one of them, yeah.
You realize that most of our
That would definitely be like a crowd pleaser for sure. That was tight. I
Yeah, I'm
really
sleepy.
enjoyed that.
What's up, Randy?
No, I'm not sleepy. That was a stoned yawn. But yeah, I really don't have very many complaints about that. I like the flow a lot. I was able to just turn my brain off and just fucking rock to it. I liked it.
I like the first drop a lot. Second drop, not as much, just because I feel like in the second drop you were in such a like you felt the need that to do more to the point where you're kind of just doing things that were unnecessary. Like the first drop just had a very simple flow, and you were able to ride that flow, and I didn't get bored once. You know, the second drop you tried to add more elements, and those elements were kind of fighting each other, and I was not sure on what I was supposed to give the most attention. And there's a couple of there's just like I said it in chat. There's just a couple parts where the initial A section of the second drop hits, where like the high ends on there, they're fucking high, like they hurt, and I didn't have any of those issues in the first drop, you know. So tidy up the second drop a bit, and you got yourself a banger. First drop's really cool though.
Yeah, the first drop fucking banged. I don't know. I
That shit was tight. I
did like
liked it.
I did like the switch up on the second drop a bit, but like saying there is a few elements fighting for the front space.
I do agree with him on how he says like the highs are a little piercing. I think about that in a like if I were to hear this in a live setting, that definitely might be a lot.
I think in a live setting, you don't notice the highs as bad as you do when you're listening to them like on headphones, especially like
Right in your
or like air.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I say this often because I feel like a lot of you guys are mixing these on pretty solid studio speakers, you know. So you're not noticing how abrasive these highs are. When you're done mixing them down on your on your monitors or whatever you're using, go back and listen to them on fucking AirPods, and I promise you, you will want to tame your high ends.
all right. Oh, shout out Timberwolf. Oh,
Legend.
fuck yeah! Thank you, man.
Shout out to the dude, Timberwolf.
Yeah, I think
Appreciate
that was a
that.
fucking banger though.
I thought
More
it was
people
a
should be like,
huge banger.
or be like Wolf coming in and giving us money for no reason.
All right, next up, Heaven's Empty, who said, skip my song because it's not dubstep. No, we don't do that.
We need a palate cleanser anyway.
Look in my eyes, tell me your
Thank you, Brave the Storm.
Why you pray to a God that doesn't exist? Nothing feels real. What does it all mean when the light's not on and you're safe? Your breath, you won't get far when you're on the edge. This world's too late to call it a home now. Losing your mind while you had other part of your soul. Wither by time, build a scar you aside.
Yeah, I feel like my real only problem with the song is the vocals are a little just too
Yeah.
quiet. They need to be fucking up front and present. Got a good voice, and you got some lyrics. Up in
Yeah,
the front.
I like the subject matter of the lyrics a lot. I was paying attention. I like the whole. I like how you just straight up said God's not real, like in the very beginning of the song. I was like, all right. Like there was no subtext or metaphor or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with it. Straight to the
I was
point.
like, all right, straight to the fucking point. I would say though, on the first verse, when your vocals do come in, there are points where the cadence is a tad off, and it does sound a little bit atonal by default. But I feel like for some reason, after the chorus and the second verse comes in, like everything flows a lot smoother. I'm not like it's hard to process everything that's going on and know exactly what's happening on both drops and the chorus when I'm trying to memorize a 3-minute song for the first time. So I can't tell you exactly what you did that made it everything fit better vocally in the second verse, but everything fits better vocally in the second verse. So take some notes from that and apply it to the first verse, and I feel like it'll flow a little bit better.
I thought that was a sick tune. It's a money maker.
You think everything is a sick tune.
That's
Mission's
true.
closed. We only got one songs left. All right. We got Kandar, Brave the Storm, Bubsy, Komori, Nerve. Novasai. Fuck you. I'm sorry.
What the fuck was that?
I was laughing at JT.
Ooh. Holy fuck.
Yeah, this would easily go off in a live
Brave.
setting.
I'll put one in. Oh my god.
I
Oh my
fucking
god.
love that.
My only advice is tease the drop synth. Sorry, marry the two ideas together. Sorry, it's been a long fucking life. I'm starving. I haven't really slept, and I haven't had nicotine this week. So you guys are dealing with a lot right now because I'm dealing with more because I'm better than all. Because I'm better than all of you for sitting here throughout all this. But yeah, so the intro's cool. Like that idea a lot. Start teasing the drop on the intro when you're like making the bridge between the intro and the actual drop. Just marry those ideas together and you have a banger. That's literal only thing. Mix out on the drop is phenomenal. It's simple to the point. Awesome. You smashed it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
You definitely got the job done. You said it was a remix for shows. Yeah, this shit would go off live.
Next up, what? Yeah. Thrasher.
Let's get started. Let's get started.
Make it louder.
Very obvious because
Yeah.
that cam visual.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's
But yeah, I agree. The second drop is a lot. I like the flow and so it like you added a lot more elements. The first drop, super simple, safe flow, safe sound design, and everything. Very good, but it reminded me sick space vibes. Like I really didn't second drop. If you brought those levels up a bit more, added the little variation drop, maybe not even a meet device the two.
All right, if I'm gonna be honest, I'd say the last like 30 seconds were the only part of this song I enjoyed. So I'd say delete literally everything else and then find a way to play out the last 30 seconds for 3 minutes, and you got yourself a banger.
All right.
this man need to eat.
Next up, Hikamori. Make stop.
So, okay, this song sounds like those fucking toys you get for children where like you pull a string and then as the string goes back in the toy it plays like an obnoxious nursery rhyme or like some type of like thing that's singing songs about animals on a farm. Yeah, this is the dubstep version of that. Like the melody's cool, but then it doesn't need to be over the entire drop. It just makes it sound cheesy. It makes the drop not hit at all. Also, I saw that it's not mixed down. You should be mixing down your. Okay, look, I get that there's no final mix on things, but you should honestly be mixing your tunes down as you go along. And it'll just save you so many mix down issues, like because when you're not mixing these tunes down as you're making them, you're left with the final product that like when it's time to go in and figure out what's clashing with what, you're literally starting from the ground up. And like it's just gonna be an uphill battle. So like just mix things down a little bit as you go on, and you won't have these issues.
Definitely did like the second drop a bit. First drop just felt a bit hard to. Back yet? The next.
What does that? What does that even mean?
Wait, what does that mean? Highs were a little piercing for me, but other than that, that was a banger. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat where this flow is nuts, the idea is nuts, but those highs, bro. Tame those fucking highs, cause they fucking hurt.
And I would actually love to play this tune out, but not until you bring those highs down and those vibes up.
All right. Next we'll do. I guess. Oh, it's only 51 seconds.
I mean, that's fucking insane. Go finish it. What the fuck do you want me to say?
The middle. Last time.
That mixdown, that mixdown is phenomenal. Go fucking finish it.
Pretty like the intro into that was so perfect. Like, yeah, finish
Like,
that shit.
I literally have no productive feedback than finish it. Like, that's it.
Like, that's an example of mixing down as you're working. Like, fucking, that was nice.
Yeah,
All right.
I need that.
Brave the Storm, are you back yet?
What about that Vodnik music kid? I feel like they've been waiting for a bit.
Oh, they
Like,
just submitted they just submitted it at 8:16. That's not a while ago.
Oh. Alright, never mind.
Odie Show submitted it like fucking right after we posted. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
Otis also has access to us 24/7.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Okay. I fought a Nick. Got lucky. Devin's being nice for once during this entire stream.
He's
But it's
being
being mean to Otis. Yeah. It balances.
Bro, I already gave Otis feedback this morning. I'm not like.
I want a platinum cart. Nigga, you have a diamond cart. You're in the squad.
Yeah, like, we actually like you a lot. You got diamond.
Crucified me, hypnotized, sterilized everything I was meant to be. I hardly recognize the me I see.
Definitely feels like but it feels like a fucking main stage banger for
Yeah.
Liza. Probably killed it on the fucking vocals.
Fireworks going off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
The
cry
vocals
banging.
are hard.
Like,
Yeah,
same.
this is definitely
This
a
is
cry banger.
this is our world now type beat.
Ah.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
No, you guys smashed it. The vocals are phenomenal. They're sitting exactly where they need to in the mix. I feel like every layer of the song is fitting exactly where it needs to in the mix. It's interesting. There's content evolution. It's huge. It's grandiose. The only thing I find myself asking, and I may be because I feel like I'm forcing myself to find something to change about this song, is I wonder what this would sound like slowed down a little bit, maybe a little bit more epic and more like cathedral, and but that could just be me, like I said, just like feeling like I have to find something to say about this song, but otherwise you guys smashed it. I'm actually unironically really glad we picked this song over Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Azuriel for the sub.
Oh, we fucking love it. All right, last up, Brave the Storm. Eliza again, falling down. Let's go.
Must have cried 4,000 times. Told myself every lie. I can't be the one to hold you tight. I can't even love you right. I swear that I tried to. Disease in my mind, lost my value. I swear that there's no rescue. We can't see this through, 'cause I'll just let you down.
Oh, fuck.
I can't pick myself off the ground. I keep falling down. I keep falling down, down, down. Falling down. Falling down. I can pick myself off the ground. I keep falling down. I keep falling down, down, down. Must have cried 4,000 times. Told myself every lie. I can't be the one to hold you tight. I can't even love you right. I swear that I tried to. Disease in my mind, lost my value. I swear that there's no rescue. We can't see this through, 'cause I'll just let you down. I can't pick myself off the ground. I keep falling down. I keep falling down, down, down. Falling down. Falling down. I can't bring myself off the ground. I keep falling down. I
was a great tune.
Fuck.
That was
There's no
no feedback for that. I fucking love that. I would listen to that every day.
Even down to the raindrop samples at the very end, it just took me back to 2012 and everything I love about that era.
Mm-hmm.
It was Morgan Page, it was Adam K and Soha, it was Lane 8, it was Old Dioro, it was all that, it was Cascade, it was all that and more. So yeah, beautifully executed tune, no feedback. Khaliza, didn't know who you were before tonight, but you are now one of my favorite vocalists, so keep it up. And with that being said, I personally cannot be fucked to listen to any more music, good or bad. I'm
Yep.
gonna go to sleep.
We are about to shout out to everybody. We basically only got to donations and a few channel point redemption. Shout out to chat.
Yeah, you
We're
guys
gonna
went crazy with the subs. Y'all are insane.
we're gonna raid over to Space Yacht, who's also doing back/tune action. Thank you guys for joining.
Later. Good night, guys.